Africa is the richest place on earth. Africa is not poor in terms of wealth in resources, which is largely kind of what the value of money represents in the first place. This is the wealthiest place. Now, there are a lot of people in Africa living in horrific poverty, particularly the people living in some of the very, very resource wealthiest regions for some mysterious reason. Like the people living here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is, in terms of resources per capita, arguably the very wealthiest country on the face of the earth. Here are some of the working conditions that the people of arguably one of the wealthiest countries on the face of the earth are subjected to. Now, what that should tell us is that other people than the people who are actually from these countries are primarily the ones exploiting and enjoying the wealth generated by the resources that rightfully belong to the people from these countries. Which I suppose is kind of a wordy, overcomplicated way of saying theft is obviously occurring here. Now, the current popular way to try and explain this corruption away is by just saying, well, it's corrupt African leaders. They just have too many corrupt African leaders. But corrupt how, I wonder? We seem to be gently glossing over just how incredibly profitable this so-called local corruption is for giant multinational, multi-trillion-dollar, largely Western corporate interests. It seems to me that trying to pretend that those giant foreign financial interests aren't directly responsible for installing and upholding the power of those corrupt leaders is a silly, obviously stupid position to try and cling to. Luckily, we don't have to just stop there at corporations bad and then shrug it off and go about our day like there's nothing we can do. See, this is all made profitable through mass consumption, which means that the fuel, the lifeblood that keeps the engine of greed and theft and slavery and exploitation running is the consumer. It's us. All we have to do here is buy less crap, buy things secondhand, buy more local from smaller businesses, buy things that are made with care and built to last, punish waste and planned obsolescence. Now, considering that those giant multi-trillion-dollar financial interests are probably the exact same ones causing most of the corruption and exploitation in your country too, this is not even an act of charity. I'm not telling you to do this to help somebody else. Do it to help yourself. This is an act of self-preservation.
Africa, this is the time we rise up. This is the time we unite and make things right in Africa.